Hello, everyone who's up for this Friday fun day. Hope it's your flip day where you're flipping um, your cash into crypto that you're buying the dip. And I just overheard a lady. Um, I just overheard a lady in the middle of a conversation, right? As some people would say, ear hustling. So as you all come in, say hello. Say hello. Let me know what part of the world are you listening in from. Grand rises to you, Gwen, coming out of Texas. I do not have my AirPods or my earbuds. So let me know if you all can hear me okay. Let me know if you all can hear me okay. And I just heard a lady, right? The sound in the video. Okay, because I do have my AC blowing, and some people tell me sometimes, I hope the video stay okay because I'm driving and I may hit, a spot that my video gets blurry because of low Wi-Fi connection. But I just heard a lady say, very innocently, I shop way too much, right? She was buying clothes. Hello from Fort Worth, Texas. Thanks for tuning in. They got Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas tuning in. And she was buying some clothes, and I was returning some things that I didn't like. I did not like, and she said innocently, "I shop way too much." And I just want to say this real quick. Most broke people, when I say broke, right? Texas in the house, sure is. Texas is in the house. Somebody said they're at Ross right now. We got Texas representing, and you all know that I'm doing a Millionaire Moves Mindset conference, right? In March. If you don't know, as Biggie Smiles would say, now you know. March 18th through the 19th. And my thing is this a cultural thing? Is it a generational thing that a millionaire dresses a certain way? Like, because, for the most part, I'm fine with my V-neck, my Ugg boots, my my tennis shoes, because when I'm coaching, when I'm live streaming, and I get it, right? Sometimes people say, well, you have to look the part to enter into certain rooms or spaces. You have to look the part. Well, the Bible says, which is the number one book on banking, in my opinion, says that your gifts should make room for you, not your clothing. And I saw this flyer, and I was having a conversation with someone, and it was one person on the flyer that had a V-neck T-shirt on, right? Everybody else was dressed wonderful, grand. And I'm not against anyone dressing their best. I actually strongly dislike slouchy clothing. I don't like slouchy clothing where it looks like you just woke up and rolled out of bed. You didn't comb your hair. You didn't iron. You didn't get the wrinkles out. You're slouchy, right? I'm not saying slouchy clothing, but the millionaires and multi-millionaires and deca-millionaires, I posted a page of Kevin Durant, for example, out in public, well creased pants, right? A cap on, just a regular cap, and Nike tennis shoes. Um, and then I listened to Floyd Mayweather, and and his philosophy on dressing the part or looking the part and things of that nature. And after listening to so many celebrities like T-Pain that had $40 million, $40 million, and went broke, our people, when you put those Jordans on your feet or you put those red bottom heels on, soon as you step outside and get a piece of gum on them, they depreciate in value, right? Now, there are certain watches or timepieces. I heard someone say, why would I pay for time? Time is free. And I said, why would I pay for time? Right? Time is free. But there are certain watches that I do invest in or I will invest in because they appreciate in value. I only want, like, I'll say it like Rolex, for example. I have no issue with someone purchasing a Rolex because what people don't know is Rolex is made up or combined of 24 karat gold and diamond, which comes from the earth. And anytime you wear something on your body that's from the earth realm, it takes you to a different vibration, frequency, and energy level. Also, the ancient Egyptians knew that when you wore gold or wearing gold, that it has spiritual and natural elements in it to keep you and your body healthy, right? The wearing of gold and its spiritual element and its health benefits as well on the natural body. So anyone that's, Rolex 24 karat gold timepiece and 24 karat gold only appreciates in value, means it only improves. It only is worth more, right? The older, gold never gets old, it never fades, it never decrepits. Gold made from supernova, from a supernatural God. And this is off topic, on topic. I see the super chats. I'm going to do the affirmation over them towards the end because I do want to keep my eyes on the road. But thank you, Kenneth and Glenn. And one thing about the 111, the 3 1s, Gwen, I'm really thinking about in the next 2 weeks just sitting down and writing my book on my 111 scriptures. And this is why I am beginning to see so many scriptures in the Bible. So many scriptures in the Bible where Jesus talked to the 11. So many scriptures in the Bible where Jesus specifically, not talking to the 12. Like, for example, Luke 24:33, the double 33, the number 24, the late great Kobe Bryant's number of choice. Luke 24:33, as I'm at the stop sign, where Jesus reveals himself to the 11. And I'm really thinking about doing a book, writing my book. I have my millionaire notes. But Luke 24:33 is, and they rose up the same hour. That's one. Hour is one. And returned to Jerusalem and found the 11 gathered together. And you all, it is exactly 11:11 as I'm reading this Central Standard Time. You couldn't have gave a super chat at a better time, a better hour. Um, and he found the 11 gathered together and them that were with them, right? So God is always revealing himself, or many instances where he is talking to the 11. And I think I'm going to go ahead and write a book on that. My 111 scriptures. And another 111 is the connection of your two natural eyes and your pineal gland. That's your triangle right there. The 111. Your natural eyes in your spiritual eye that is centered, and that's the triangle. And so, even though many people have been taught exotent- exocentric, it's some words I can't pronounce you all. Not only my voice hoarse, you will not believe it, but I just had a root canal and I'm live streaming. But the dentist was great. I am painless, pain free, but I am still a little slurred in my speech. And so, when many people think that 666 is the coming of the rapture or evil representation, all it means is that human beings, if I were to tell you that it's a reason why the wild beast and human was made on the sixth day, that all it means that together you have humanistic part of you, that reptilian part of your brain, that pituitary part, that materialistic part, that non-spiritual part, right? Your lowest part, that reptilian part, pituitary part of your brain, and the pineal part of your brain, and that 66 is just your makeup. That you have both the wild beast instinct inside of you. I didn't even come on to just. I really want to talk about materialism, but we're getting materialism and spiritualism through 666. But I wasn't planning on shifting into numerology and the magical numbers in the Bible. But here we go. We're here now, so let's go there. Um, is that the wild beast? As I've been telling you all, the Bible, all of the Bible is metaphysics, it's mysteries, it's metaphors, and it's money. I want you all to put that in, whether you are watching this live or on the replay. The Bible is metaphysics, right? Metaphorically speaks to us. Um, it's mysteries. It's about money. Over 800 scriptures in the Bible cover money and money management, right? And so these mysteries, these metaphors, these metaphysics that the Bible, this money revelation, right? See, a lot of people have information, but they don't have revelation. I had someone to come on my live stream once, for example, that talked about the 12 tribes of Judah. Jesus had 12 disciples, um, 12 crowns in the book of Revelations, right? And I'm like, okay, great information. I see you have information about the Bible. Now give me revelation. How is that supposed to help me to manifest? How is that knowing that information is going to help me in my everyday life, right? How is that going to help me manifest in my everyday life and walk in my mission? See, that's what a lot of people can't answer. They are just people that have information. They cannot help you transfer that information until it is practical, till it is real for you, and that you know how to process that in a way that you are seeing miracles and manifestations in your life and mission. I'm on my alliterations today too, right? Manifestation, mission, and let's not forget money in your life, to where you are living your best life on in this earth realm as you're supposed to. As Psalms 84 says, haven't I told you that you are God's? And so they took, when I say I don't know if many people say this, because when you're in religion and you're taught by a pastor or a rabbi or a church-like setting, they teach you 666 is evil, but they don't teach you the history or the story that the Catholic Church is the church that even wrote the King James Bible. So I don't care if you say I'm non-denomination, I'm Pentecostal, I am Baptist, I'm Methodist. No, you're Catholic. because you're going by the Catholic Church and doctrine. And the Bible is so sacred. It has so much sacred knowledge that soon, because people are coming into the truth and knowledge of the real purpose of the Bible, that soon it will not be available to teach in future generations, because it is now being taught in a non-church, non-religious environment setting. And the real truth, the real mysteries, the real metaphors is being brought out and taught out, that was taught by the ancient Egyptians, that the Bible was derived from initially in the first place. And so you have these mysteries, these metaphors. And I get it, right? I just saw a post, for example, on IG that said, or that showed, it didn't say, it showed that Louis Vuitton designs and Gucci designs came from ancient Egyptians, came from Africans. Then there's a lot of African art has been stolen, and people and those artists have took it upon their own. A lot of land from Africans have been stolen, and Christopher Columbus have given, for example, African Indians and Christopher Columbus given has been given credit for finding America. How can you find something when it's already occupied? Right? Yes, thank you, Gwen. Mysteries, metaphors, manifestations. And so now the truth that the Bible is this sacred text with sacred information that only the elite wanted a certain group of people to get access to. And then they wanted religious people to teach it, to enslave people, to make them not know that you don't have to wait to die in your physical body to experience the kingdom of heaven, that the kingdom of heaven should be experienced right here in this earth. And so the slaves was given to King James as a method to oppress and to teach it in the inaccurate way, and to keep them oppressed, especially spiritually and financially, and to suppress them, oppress them, and to suppress them. And so, are we, as Louis Vuitton and Gucci, has stolen African American, you know, artwork, and now they're selling it? It's a reason why mostly, and I'm not saying that this doesn't, this, why I say it this way, middle class, I just want to say African Americans, but I was talking about how Louis and Gucci stole that artwork, right? Thank you so much, William. Stole that artwork and are multi-billionaires. They're not multi-millionaires. They are billionaires from the artwork. And yet, Africans, Americans, or people in the black and brown community do not know how to brand themselves, but they continuously make brand designers. Back in the 90s, it was like Tommy Hilfiger, and he came out publicly and said he did not want people in the black and brown community even wearing his clothing. But my thing is, most people that feel like, most, not all, most, that they have to be designed up and they have to look to par so that doors and can open for them and they can step into certain rooms. Their bank account does not reflect. They have more clothing, more money tied into brand name clothing or accessories. You all look at this text I just received. I want you all to look at this. This is why I'm live streaming. They have more money tied into name brand accessories and clothing and depreciating vehicles, right, than they do an investing account, or in most cases, their bank account. I want you all to see if you can see this. I'm going to put it right here. See, I'm making money while I'm talking to you all. This is why I tell you all to get your cash flow up for crypto. I don't know if you can see this, but it's $1,495.55 that I just got text from my home-based business. And people, if you want to make millionaire moves, you have got to understand how to convert your cash into crypto. You might be asking myself, now you want to learn about this home-based business? And the people that give to me, that same residue, those same benefits should now be bestowed upon you, because whatever you give into, that's what you receive upon your life. But don't allow me to just misconceive you and give you a misconception, because success also is determined by your decisions, right? Your decisions that you make in life. Your success is determined by your decisions, people, and your discipline. Your discipline. Are you going to take your money? For example, you give, and you've been supernaturally blessed in return. Do you take that money and buy name brand clothing? Right? Or do you take that money and invest it? Let me break it down for you this way. Yes, success leaves clues, and success is a system. It's not a secret, people. It is a system. It is a system. Let me tell you what the system is. I'm waiting on somebody to bring me something. I want to show it to you all. So I'm waiting outside. Let me tell you what the system is, right? As 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck because they're overdressed and underpaid. This is the system. Number one, this is the picture of Kevin Durant. Now, tell me, what name brand clothing do Kevin Durant have on? That's the picture I was talking about. What name brand clothing does Kevin Durant have on? I'll wait for the people that I have nothing against Michael Jordan and his greatness, right? I have nothing against red bottom heels, pumps, or YSL shoes, but do you know, kid, this generation has gone long past Michael Jordan. Now, they are buying tennis shoes for $1,000, $2,000, working at Wendy's and McDonald's. Yes, living at home with their parents, and their parents are allowing this without giving them a financial education. You know what? What would happen that instead of giving your children religion that suppresses and oppresses them, you gave them a financial education? Living in your house, and they buy a pair of tennis shoes that cost more than 1 month of your rent, to go out and get a piece of gum on them or scuff on them, and you can't even resell them for the same price. A lack of financial education. But let me give you the system. Let me give you the millionaire moves you should be making. Number one, if you are getting, right, a tax refund, you're playing the wrong game. Now, you know, most parents don't have financial. Well, that's why I'm trying to give it to them, Kingslayer. That's why I'm trying to give it to them. That's why I'm trying to give it to them, so they can give it to them. That's the real generational wealth. Not growing up teaching your children how to buy designer clothes and how to look good broke. The real financial education is not teaching your children how to look good broke. So here's the system. Number one, the Millionaire Moves, and what the Millionaire Moves conference in March in Miami, the mastermind meeting will cover. That if you get a tax return, you're playing the wrong game. That's number one. Now, a refund means means again. That means to get something back again, or to feel like a refill is to fill something that was empty. So you're redoing something again. Fund means money. So you're getting your money back again. Now you might be saying, well, Queen, I get back $13,000. So how am I getting my money back? I didn't give the government that much money. That much money didn't come out of my paycheck. Okay, I got you. But the money that did come out of your paycheck is your refund. Now let me tell you where the extra thousands came from. Right? So you may have gotten 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 taxes taken out of your paycheck. And then the government gives that back to you, and they call it a refund. And they tell you right on their website that, instead of overpaying the taxes and giving us a tax-free loan, because we're not going to pay you interest on it, you might be better off having experts to look at your paycheck and adjust it. Give me 1 second, you all. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you. They said you would be better off. You would be better off. Let me show you all what I just got made. Adjusting your paycheck. You all like my Queen of Crypto shirt? If I can show it to you. Yeah, this way. Can't see all of it. Right. Adjusting your paycheck and getting that money in your household back throughout the year. They tell you that. Why? Because most people have to file bankruptcy because they are $500 deficit a month with their income. And just because their cash flow, they're in the negative $500 a month, an extra or additional $500 can stop them or prevent them from living paycheck, right? Number two, the money flows back to you that you spend out. Now, if you're in a religious setting, they tell you, "Oh, repeat after me. My money flows back to me. It circulates." Okay, they tell you don't say spend, right? We don't say the word spend. This is how religious work. Because spend has the last 3 letters of the word or "end" on it. So we don't say spend. This is religious. But we say circulate. Well, guess what? You're spending because your money's not going to circulate back to you if you don't have a tax plan in place. That's why Jesus had, this is the metaphor of this. This is why Jesus had Matthew the tax collector. And this is why Jesus told his disciples after he increased, he took their business out of the red. Their business was in the red, operating in the red, and he put it in the black. Then he said, now, here's a tax strategy. Go get the money out of the fish mouth. Go get the coin. First of all, he said coin, because gold and silver is real money, not paper money, not paper currency. And then he gave them a strategy. One of my mentors that I speak to said, that strategy, guess what, required them to go to work. It was not some supernatural thing. In order to catch a fish and find the money in the fish's mouth, they had to labor. But guess what? It wasn't a job labor. It was entrepreneurship labor. There's a difference between job labor and entrepreneurship labor. And people that operate as under entrepreneurship labor get taxed less than employees. That's the secret. That's the code. That's the parable that scripture is telling you. Now, another thing. When you, right, this is a concept. Millionaires invest their money, right? Millionaires invest their money. They multiply their money. Their money makes money for them. Middle class save their money. And I'm speaking of the upper middle class, not the lower middle class. Because the lower middle class or the poor working class don't save. What do? They spend their money and that's it. And when you spend your money comes to an end. It has it right there in the word spend. When you spend your money comes to an end. This is what the poor working class does, and people with a poverty mindset does, and people that lack a financial education. So again, let me get back to the strategies, and I'm going to log off. So you got to have a tax strategy. You got to. That's number one. And as Warren Buffett says, you got to learn how to make money in your sleep. If you don't know how to make money in your sleep, you're going to work until you die. You got to learn how to shift your labor and your energy from employee to entrepreneurship. And you can do that simultaneously at the same time. You don't have to be 100% entrepreneur. But guess what? If you're 100% employee, you're losing. You're losing a game. You're playing the wrong game. You're playing by the wrong rules, people. If you're getting a tax refund check, you are playing the wrong game. You're not playing by the rules of the rich and wealthy, and you will never become one of them. Number two, in this game of life, this financial games, you got to have knowledge. The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. You got to have knowledge. Right? You have to have knowledge. If you're making the wrong moves because you don't have a knowledge and you don't have the financial education, I'm not talking about an informal education, right? I'm talking about an investing education. See, an informal education is what you get K through 12 and through college and university. I'm not talking about informal education. They won't teach you this in school. They don't want you to know this in schools. I'm talking about an investing education. So you must have, and then now you must have the strategy, people. You gotta have a strategy. You gotta have a system. Right? Show me a man with no plan, and I will show you, or I will see a man that has planned to fail. Show me a man with no plan, and I will see a man who has planned to fail. Right. This is where I also come in to help. See, I give you predictions based off the Bible's prophecies. Right? Nothing but the truth. Thank you. Hello, Curtis. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Knowledge and Queen. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm teaching you how to play this game of life by making chess moves, not checkers, not Uno. Because the government is playing poker and Russian roulette on you. And you know what? when it's your turn to spin the nozzle on Russian roulette game, you're gonna commit self suicide because you don't have a system and a strategy. The government knows that. They know what every hole is in and that arsenal and that pistol, right? They know they're playing Russian roulette on you, so you at least have to know how to play checkers. They playing poker and Russian roulette. You at least have to learn how to play chess and not checkers, not checkers. So you got to have a strategy in the system, which includes a mentor. I've never seen a pauper get rich by them. I never seen a person that live thinks like a pauper get rich, but I never seen a person get rich alone. Getting rich is a team sport. Now this is the coach coming out of me, right? You know I coach and mentor girls basketball. Getting rich is not for the solo. It is a team sport. You're gonna need a team of consultants. You're gonna need a team of experts. You're gonna need a team of people. A team. Look, I don't care if you're flipping real estate. You're gonna need a real estate attorney. You're gonna need a CPA. You're gonna need someone to help you, whether it's a realtor, to find those deals. Getting rich is a team sport. If you don't understand that, you're going to remain in the 78% of people that live paycheck to paycheck. So it takes prophecy and predictions. Prophecy and predictions. All of that is in the Bible. The prophecy and predictions for this is in the Bible. J.P. Morgan said it this way. One of the richest pioneers that ever lived, along with Henry Ford and the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. He said millionaires don't need astrology, but billionaires do. And guess what? The Bible is full of prophecy and predictions. And one of those is that this technology transfer from cash to crypto is happening. This is one of the easiest times right now to get rich. And it's also one of the easiest times right now to get poorer. As Charles Dickens said, people, this will be the best of times and the worst of times. The tale of two cities. This is going to be the greatest wealth transfer for some and the greatest shift to poverty for the poor, working middle class for others. Both at the same time, both simultaneously. So you need the patience, you need the prophecy, you need the predictions, and guess what? You need the discipline, the foresight, the discipline, the strategy, the system, the mentor for your millions. You need it. You need to be able to sit at the Millionaires Roundtable on the yacht in Miami so you can hear the mistakes of others along with the success of others. What made them a millionaire, and guess what? What's going to keep them a multimillionaire? I'm going to be honest with you all. When you get to $1 million, you're going to see why. I know this is going to be hard to believe for a lot of people. But once you get to that first million, you're going to see this is not a whole lot of money. I know if you never had $1 million, you're going to think this hard to understand. But I promise you, you sit with millionaires, you're going to know. And this is the ticker is shown at the bottom. The website is 1111millionairemoves.com for the Millionaire Mastermind Conference right now. It's an early bird special. You get to save. We're having a Black Friday and a Christmas special all together. You get to save $100 off registration. So take advantage of that now. If you are one of the people that said, Queen, I got a tax refund, I didn't know. I'm now coming to the knowledge of what it takes to be rich and wealthy. And I want to strategize my financial plan. Then you got to be at this Millionaire Moves. It's going to be a real estate guru there. He has the Millionaire Blueprint. I have the Millionaire Moves, the strategies, the systems for success. But you have to have the desire and you have to have the discipline. If you don't have desire to be rich, this is not for you. Believe it or not, some people think all they need is Jesus. And guess what? That's all they're going to have in life. It's Jesus. And you know what? It makes no sense because Jesus was not broke. And he said, you're not supposed to be broke. He said, I make you rich and I add no sorrow. So Jesus wasn't broke. You're not supposed to be broke, but you tell me you got Jesus. You don't have Jesus if you're broke. You don't have Jesus if you're broke. I'm going to say that again. You do not even have Jesus if you're broke. You don't. If you live paycheck to paycheck, you don't have Jesus. If money is, if your next move in life is determined, if your decisions in life is determined, if your bank account controls that, or your paycheck controls your next move in life, you don't have Jesus. You have religion. You don't even have Yahweh. You have religion. Or whatever the true name. Many people say the true name is. I'm not even gonna go into that today. We're not even gonna go into that. But if you really, really study why Christmas is celebrated, it has nothing to do with the birth of a physical child. It has to do with the sun and its moves that it makes. As I'm talking about millionaire moves, the sun, the SUN, the physical suns, and the moves that it makes. It does something very mysterious, astrology wise, in the moves that it make in December, from the 23rd to the 25th. It makes a cross. It goes to its lowest point. It rises again, elevates from the east to the west, north, south, east, and west. And that's why Christmas is celebrated. I'm doing December, even though the Bible strategically tells you that Christ's birth was not during a cold month. And actually, you can go to other countries, and December is not cold. It's not cold in every country in December anyway. But it wasn't. That's not the reason why it's celebrated in December. Give me 1 second. Let me place this on. So with that being said, I just want to come before you all and give you the strategies you need. Just got what, $1,400 something deposited as I'm live streaming to you. I'm trying to help people with their millionaire moves and make money in their sleep. All money you get, you don't have to pay for it. And you know what I'm gonna do with that money, that cash deposit I just got for my home-based business just for today? Like, how many people I get paid like every day for my home-based business? How many people get paid every day for not work that they're doing that day, but work they did a long time ago? I want you all to put in the comment, if it's you, put me. I want to see how many people follow me and get paid every day that's got residual income for work that they did a long time ago. That's what Matthew 25 teaches you. Because it says the master returned after a long time. See, when the parable of the talents, this was real money, right? It was not talking about your gifts or talent or specialties or things that you excel at talent-wise that other people may not. It's talking about money, money. And it says the master returned after a long time. And when he returned, he said to the servants that invested, well done, my good and faithful servant. Now enter into the joy of the Lord. You cannot tell me, if the master finds joy and the servants multiplying their money, you can't tell me that money doesn't make, it may not make you happy, but it at least should bring you joy. Look at Lynetta, did you get on that last live stream? We're actually having a special. If you share your testimony, okay, you share your testimony in the Facebook group, MWR Financial. They are giving away $2,500 bonuses, the maximum bonus for that. So make sure you share your testimony. I had one of my members just text me and asked, could they share their testimony and use my picture? I said, sure, go ahead. All this religious stuff about, let me tell you something. I'm so glad I got out of that. About supernatural money. It does come supernatural when you have a strategy and a mentor and a success system. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Yeah, your money does come supernatural when you have a strategy and a success system. See, it comes supernatural to the people that you give it to, but they're not giving. Look, mentorship comes with a strategy and a success system, not huff and puff. Like real life, in real life. And if you don't learn about the government's money, guess what? You won't get more of it. If you don't learn how cash works, you won't get more cash. I'm sorry. You cannot stay ignorant to the government law. See, a lot of people think on that cash dollar bill that in God we trust is talking about the infinite God, the infinite spirit that we believe in. No, the government considers itself as a form of God. They're talking about them. You trust in us. We're your guys. We dictate how much of this you get. We dictate how much we take out of your taxes. It was just a report with former President Trump or Donald Trump, whatever you want to call him, that his tax plan was better for the middle class. Like, duh. All you got to do, why? Because gas was lower, groceries were lower, prices was lower, and for entrepreneurs and people that understood the market, stocks were higher. Oh my God, people got super rich out the stock market. But guess what? You're going to get super rich out the crypto market. Because I'm going to show you in my Millionaire Moves Miami mastermind meeting that cryptocurrency is biblical and it's going to happen. And people, I'm telling you, I'm so excited because this is a real opportunity for everyday people to get real rich right now. Let me say that again. This is a real opportunity for everyday people. Everyday people. No matter what your credit score, right? All you need is the cash flow. And then most people don't have the cash flow. They have the information. They can tell you about cryptocurrency. Some of them can't, but most people do. And they only have $1,000 in. I said, well, okay, how much is your exchange? Queen, I got $5,000 in XRP. Now, I love XRP. I know XRP is going to be the government's global currency. But let's be real. XRP has not increased from its all-time high in 3 years. Right? And then they cannot handle the dips or the crashes that come with crypto. They can handle the 9,000% returns on the year, but they can't handle a 20% crash because their cash flow is low and limited. So, okay, Queen, I got 5,000 in XRP. Okay, but the government gonna take 30% of that. You know that, right? Queen, I got 10,000 in XRP. And XRP is just an example. Okay, when you convert that to your bank account, you know the government is going to take 30 to 40% of that, right? So real millionaires have a tax plan. There's just no other way. Real millionaires have a tax plan. And they have a cash flow strategy. People that's real serious about wealth have a tax plan and they have a strategy. And they understand how to make money in their sleep. So I have made a pop-up live stream and they understand that the clothes don't make them. This is a non-name brand shirt that I have on, but I like it, But they understand the clothes don't make me. The Louis Vuitton, the YSL, the Gucci don't make me. I make the brand. I make the clothes. Listen, everybody got something that they want their hard-earned labor to, do for them. Some people just like taking family vacations, family trips, right? Some people just like timepieces. They collect watches. They love watches. Some people like luxury vehicles, right? I'm going to be very strategic in the next vehicle I purchase, though. Because it's going to be just like my Jeep was. and all tax write-off plan. I'm not going to purchase another vehicle again, and it's not a tax. A tax. It's not a business write-off for me. Millionaires, multimillionaires, decamillionaires understand write-offs, business write-offs. They do everything with a strategy, from shopping to traveling to paying their kids. You can get $12,000 back in a home-based business just for paying your kids to work in a home-based business versus giving them an allowance. That's even if they play in AAU or travel teams. Why put thousands in for your child to be the next LeBron James or the next, um, Bo Jackson, who might be a triathlete in baseball and football, and well, I don't think he was a triathlete or a dual athlete. Why put all those thousands in and paying for your child to do that when you can get that money back? See, that's the real revenue affirmation. That's how money really regulates back to you, because you got to learn the game that the government is playing, people. You got to win at this game of life and the game of finances. You got to win, and the only way you can win is learn how to make the millionaire moves. I'm signing. Okay, let me read Lynetta's comment real quick. She says, okay, she's great. She said she'll share her testimony. Lynetta, I'm so glad I met you. I am so glad I met you. She says, I'm helping you push through religious block, because you know what, Lynetta? Religion will have you think a home-based business is a pyramid scheme. And they have a pyramid scheme as well. The pastors, the elders, evangelists, deacons, deaconettes, all can be driving luxury vehicles. All of them be looking rich. All of them financial. And then when you get to the pews and the pulpits, it doesn't look like that. That's a pyramid scheme. I know people don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that. Well, my pastor don't drive luxury vehicles. Yeah, but your pastor may not have to worry about a meal because you bringing food out of your house and you feeding that pastor. Well, Queen, you supposed to be blessed. You do supposed to be blessed, but you're supposed to be holistically blessed. See, the blessings of the Lord makes rich and add no sorrow. The blessings of the Lord means nothing missing and nothing broken. You are supposed to be able to give not just out of your inflow, but from your overflow as well. And some people, they give out of desperation, or they give out of their poverty. Well, how about finally being in a place where you can give out of your prosperity? I promise you, it feels much better to give out of your prosperity to the poor than to be one of the poor and hoping and praying for some type of supernatural miracle when the message and the answer is right under your nose. It's right in the fish's mouth. People, I'm just telling you, everybody that follow me, everybody that want to accept me as their mentor, if you're my mentee, you are not just listening to me. You're doing. You got your strategy in place. You're at the conferences. You're in the home-based business with me. You're on my live streams. You like and share. Those people that give Cash App and Super Chat, those are my mentees. Now people just come on here and say, "Hey, Queen," which I don't mind. I love it when my people speak. But just know that you are not my core. You're just my community. And I'm great with that. That may be all you want to be. Everybody needs fans, right? But guess what? Even fans pay to see the professional play. I'm going to leave it right there. You can't tell me you're a LeBron James fan and you don't have some type of paraphernalia, or that you are a Steph Curry fan. You don't have a Steph jersey. You don't have a Golden State t-shirt. You never paid tickets to the game. You don't get access to Steph for free. So even fans, at the minimum, invest in something in the player that they feel like I support. So even if you're in the community and you just learn a little bit from my live stream, you should at least at the minimum give an 1111 super chat. You can't tell me you my fan. Queen, I'm your biggest fan. You haven't bought merchandise on my website. I got shirts on there. No. Fan support. And guess what? It costs money to support. But I don't mind people, coming in and speaking and, doing all that. That's why I give the real information in private and not public. Right? And so I'm signing out. I just want, this turned into a longer live stream than I expected, over an hour. But people build a brand. Build a brand before you design your life. I'll say it this way. Design your life to the highest maximum level that you can before you start wearing designer clothes. Before you have some other designer design their brand, build your bank brand. And people will shifting from cash to crypto. Go to 1111millionairemoves.com. Get that early bird discount. You get $100 off. And if you need more cash flow to convert into crypto so you can be ultra rich, that you can really pass on generational wealth in real life, like for real, not for play, not in theory, for real. Not you confessing something and you don't ever possess it. See, the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. You thought evil was just people that kill somebody or murder somebody or rape. Now, the Bible says you're not a good person if you're not leaving generational wealth. If you don't have children, leave it in your family. Leave it to your nieces. Leave it to your nephews. Leave it to somebody. Leave it to a charity. Leave it to an organization so that you can really live out your mission in this life. Right? Leave something and let's enjoy life. For real, God said, I come that you may have life and life more abundantly. Let's get to the point where you are actually living abundant life. Not struggling. Hey, I'm signing out, people. Queen out. You all be blessed. And hello to everyone if I did not see your comment. And for everyone that gave the super chat, I pray that comes back to you in great avalanches of wealth, of abundance, great avalanches of abundance immediately. And that multiplies to you. I don't believe in addition because wealthy people multiply, they don't add. That multiplies to you. And that the universe, the infinite spirit, the infinite God, the same way that you took action, right? And gave that amount out, that the universe immediately give that to you because you have divine right by universal laws that you will reap what you sow. And if you haven't given anything, there's nothing for you to get. You all be blessed. Queen of Crypto out. Text 254-788-1144 if you need more cash flow, and go to their website to register for the Millionaire Moves Miami Master Meeting.